How's it going, guys? Unretired here, and today I am featuring my level 50 Nightblade build, the most powerful Nightblade build. Alright, so without further ado, I'll explain, I'll just show you what kind of points I put into my build without gear, and then I'll put my gear on and I'll show you what kind of points I do have with it, and I'll add a little bit of gameplay just to show you how really powerful the build is. Now, don't forget, this is a glass cannon build. If you're not really interested in a glass cannon build, that's okay. It is a very interesting build to do, however. It is a normal, it is normal veteran. It's not on hardcore, so dying is not really an issue per se. So, what kind of points did I put here? So, right off the bat, I'll tell you the most essential points where you need to put everything. You need to put 1 point into Veil of Shadow and maximize Knight's Chill. And you maximize Knight's Chill for the minus 33% pierce resistance and minus 45% cold resistance. The build is revolved around minus resistance for pierce and cold. So if you maximize that, you will be killing. Alright, so 10 points into this. Max points into dual blades. There's no real explanation to it. It's plus 60% pierce damage, plus 60% cold damage. A must. The maximum points, if you have any additional gear that puts points into dual blades, put it. All right. Don't worry about the stats. Worry about how many points you're gonna be putting into those essential skills. The other skill that is essential is execution. This skill is ridiculous. Alright, it is only it's only 20% chance to be used, but it's 350% weapon damage, 115 cold damage, and 27% reduction to enemies' health. There are bosses in this game that are huge. You have so much life, and this kind of build destroys them in seconds. If you've seen my amalgamation boss kill in 10 seconds, I think it was like 9 point something seconds, it just proves to the fact that execution is just an overpowered skill that doesn't need to be nerfed, please. Alright, but it's so good. It's just essential. 8 points. 8 points, people. Another point that you need to put into 12 points. I put it for the cunning, alright? So I put 12 points for the cunning percentage, so plus 25% cunning. You are beating a lot of humans, especially in the new act, so it's plus 56% damage to humans. Is very welcome. The bleeding damage, not so much, because it's not a bleed build. Alright, if you have if I have points into a certain skill that adds some bleeding damage, it'll add plus 96% to it. It's not much, so it's not really important, but 12 points into it just because of the cunning. Next, you need 12 points into Merciless Repertoire. Reason being is that you need plus 90% cold damage and plus 90% frostburn damage. I love it. I mean, I can't really go without it. 12 points max. Alright, now for the other skills. The other skills, I believe, for me, it's just like, it's additional bread and butter for me. Okay, so I put 1 point into Bladeberry, which I call my WTF button, my what the fuck button. If you have Last Resort, you've used your potion, you've used your Pneumatic Burst, you use this. It has retaliation damage to the mobs, 100% damage. Well, it's 100% damage reflected. You gain health regeneration per second, which is 150, and you absorb damage. So your health bar, even if you don't have lots of health, it'll just like go whoop. It'll go up really, really fast, and then you can just blow shit up again. Right? I put 7 point into Pneumatic Burst because I love getting health back. 24% health restored is really good, especially with a low health pool as I have. 2697. It's pretty low, but it is a glass cannon, as I've mentioned at the beginning of the video. A reason being I put this is because, hey, it's 12 second duration. And during that 12-second duration, I have plus 10% total damage. Must. 7 points. I put 7 points. You can put more, you can put less. Up to you. I just put 1 point to Shadow Dance. It seems like a really useless skill, but, you know, that little percentage can help sometimes, right? Defensive ability, avoid melee attacks, projectiles. It can be useful. I put 1 point just for the heck of it. I put 11 points into Elemental Awakening. Now, since we're doing cold damage, why not do Frostburn damage? And the elemental damage that is added, which is plus 30%, is added to the cold damage that you're actually doing, because it is elemental damage that you are doing with cold based magic. So, plus 30% elemental damage, plus 30% Frostburn damage, and 105 Frostburn damage over 3 seconds. I love it. I mean, it's only plus 25%, plus 25 energy reserve. You know, that's nothing, right? Okay. I put 3 points into a Shadow Strike. I always use it, so I find, and it's a very short skill recharge. So I found that 3 points for me was more than enough. Then again, you can put more points into it if you want, but I only put 3 points. Something that I did add is 2 points into Nightfall. Reason being is that I do get Frostburn damage over 3 seconds. It's only 45 Frostburn damage over 3 seconds, but those little ticks can make the difference of a mob dying or not, right? And you get 45 life leech over 3 seconds. It's not much, honestly, but since it's glass cannon, every little bit helps. What I do like about Nightfall is the chance of putting a target to sleep for 5 to 8 seconds. It is only 12% chance on use of your obviously a Shadow Strike, so it's pretty low. But when it's used, especially if those bigger mobs that hit really hard, that 5-8 seconds is really good. I only put 1 point into Ring of Steel. I use it very often, but you're killing so quickly that I don't see the point of putting additional points into it. Plus, I have a piece of gear that adds plus 1 point anyway. I only put 1 point into Lethal Gambit and Amarasta's Blade Burst. These are more for getting rid of smaller groups of mobs fairly quickly. It's only a 3 target maximum if I only had 1 point into Lethal Gambit and nothing in this. But if I put 1 point into Amarasta's Blade Burst, it just blows away everything from that's 4 meter radius. Plus the Frostburn damage, crit damage, a chance to freeze the target. Only 15% chance. It's not that much, but heck, it gets rid of small mobs real quick, so you don't have to think about it. Now the other points that I put, it's more for damage use, pierce damage, crit, whatsoever. I put 5 points into Balgothian Shears. It is a 20% chance to be used, but think of it this way: since we're attacking so fast, that 20% chance, it seems so much higher because you're attacking fairly quickly. 1 out of 5 attacks is gonna proc this. It's 165 degree arc, 3 target maximum, and most of the time you have way more than 3 targets, but 3 targets is pretty good. 100% weapon damage. That physical damage, 22 to 44, not bad. The plus 26 pierce damage, I love. The stun, not so much. 0.7 seconds, it's garbage, but it's still good. 5 points. 2 points into Amarasta's Quick Cut. I only put 2 because I get so many points from the gear that I have. You'll see why. 74% weapon damage and the crit and a little bit of pierce damage. And I added Whirling Death just for the heck of it because it's 360 degree attack. So I like that. Plus the weapon damage, a bit of bleed, and it's 6 targets. I mean, if there's 6 targets or less, you're a guaranteed hit. Okay. So let's put our gear on. So right now I'm using Blackwatch Seal. It gives me plus 2 to Balgothian Shears. All right, this was a drop that I got. I am using Harvest Blade Seal. Now I could be using more of a DPS, melee DPS ring. However, the cold damage and the pierce damage percentage on it sold me. So I chose to have this one. I haven't gotten any upgrade for my magic amulet, but it does give me plus 1 to Amarasta's Quick Cut, so I'm keeping it for now. Now I do have 2 duelist sabers, okay, and they're pretty much the same. I haven't seen anything drop that's stronger than those duelist one-handed blades. So I mean, pierce damage off the bat, plus percentage pierce damage, plus the offensive ability, plus 16% attack damage, attack speed. I mean, 15%, 31% attack speed. That's crazy. That's why I say you're killing stuff so quickly. Now, there is +1 to Markovian's advantage, so if I did go into Soldier, I would have 2 additional points, but I don't want to go into Soldier, not for now. I find that the build that I'm using is so much better for myself, my playstyle. But what's good about this is +2 to Amarasta's quick cut and +2, so I have +4 plus the points that I have. Right, I'll show you afterwards. Emerald's jacket, nothing special on this here. Relic, you need Slaughter +1 to all Nightblade skills. Ain't must, you need to get it. There's no arguing about it. You must have it. All right, and if you don't have it, ask someone to trade it for you in the forums. Heck, ask me and I'll trade and I'll make it for you. All right. Haven't gotten anything better than the utility pack, unfortunately. RNG, thank you. I did get Devil's Badge of Frost, which is a faction. Lots of cold damage plus frostburn percent damage. A bit of defensive ability, armor, but what I love is the +2 dual blades. Love it. And for the harvest grips and for the hands and the feet, nothing special. Devil's Pauldrons, I have +1s to Shadow Strike, so that's why I only put 1 point, so I get +2 technically. All right, so let's see how many points. All right, so I got 19 points. I go right to 18 points, maximizing my point distribution before having the +1 skills. So I'm over the 16. I'm at 19, 8, 8, 5. I'm at 9 to 8. I do get +1 skills, so I'm still at 12, maximizing my Elemental Awakeness. 1 point over my Anatomy of Murder and Merciless Repertoire, and a bit nice chill. So everything goes up to 1. So let's go just show you real quick. Let's go into the new areas and kill some crap. Right, it's pretty quick. You just go in and just smack things real quick like that. It is so good, Matt. It is so good. This is everyone needs to try this build. And your cold aura like just gets rid of lots of mobs already as well. Okay. So easy. And you attack so fast. I mean, let's go try to get a big pack of mobs. I love this build. I mean, it's just so quick. Like your recharge skill for Shadow Strike is so quick. Ring of Steel. I mean, you're attacking so quickly. Look at this guy. Look, like, you know, when sometimes my skill doesn't even, my Veil of Shadow doesn't even have time to go on the mob, and I've killed the mob already. That's how quick the build is. That's how quick you can be. And obviously, yes, it can be a bit dependent on it can be dependent on gear as well. But see, I can just use my Blade Berry if I wanted to. But yeah, it's quick. There's nothing to it. All right, so try the build, guys. You really won't regret it, to be honest. Well worth it. All right. So if you are a Grim Dawn player, a new Grim Dawn player, or veteran player, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post daily videos of Grim Dawn, and I hope you enjoyed this build. Try it out. Redistribute the points however you feel would be best for you, obviously, but this is just my build, my playstyle, and I hope you enjoyed. This is Unretired, and I'll see you guys in the next video.